Welcome back. This is Sean with the Fueling Academy, and we are going to be diving into meal scheduling. Like, how do you actually put the numbers into a day-to-day eating schedule, or fueling schedule as we call it. So, in the last video, and if you haven't watched it, you should go back, watch it. We talked about the first step is setting your daily fuel tank. And then it went down to optimizing your fuel sources. Again, a quick overview. Your fuel sources, so your carbs, your protein, and your fat, they are what you're eating on a daily basis, on a meal-to-meal basis, whether you know it or not. Calories are the exhaust to when our body eats or digests carbs, protein, and fat. So a little bit of kind of that nerdy science. For every gram of carbs you eat, or carbohydrates, your body burns 4 calories. For every gram of protein, it's another 4 calories. For every gram of fat, it's 9 calories. So when you look at something, whether you're shopping in the store or you're looking at some food item, and it's high in fat, you'll notice that the calories are through the roof high as well. When we're talking about what should you be focusing on to gain that freedom for eating to reach your goals and just understanding food, it's about your macronutrients. So today, we're going to dive into a real life example. So we're going to say Susie joined the Fueling Academy's beta test, and she is working on becoming a food accountant. She's working on her bachelor's degree in food accounting. So she goes in, she sets up her daily fuel tank. And what we do is we break this all down one day at a time, one step at a time. So her daily fuel tank, we're gonna say, is after she entered all of her information, is 1,700 calories. So again, you need to know how many calories you're having to know what your fuel level is. The level of calories or the level of fuel that we're consuming, regardless of the actual sources of fuel, is going to dictate if we're gaining weight, maintaining, or losing weight. When we focus on our carbs, protein, and fat, that's when we really optimize the changes that we're seeking. So now, when you get done setting up your MyFitnessPal, what you're going to do is, again, there's no need to get out pen and paper and all these formulas. You're going to go into the Goals tab in your MyFitnessPal. What you're going to find is that there's a Calories and Macronutrient tab. And then you're going to click on it. It's going to pop up similar to this. There's going to be percentages where you can scroll for what percentage you want for each fuel source. So again, that's the gray area. We know that we never want to get below 45% when it comes to carbs. We never want to get below 15%, 20% really when it comes to fat. And if you're working out, you want to make sure that you're getting around 30% of your fuel coming from protein. That way you're ensuring that you have enough protein coming in consistently to be able to repair and rebuild the muscle that you're breaking down while you're working out. So once you get those set, you'll hit done, and it's going to pop up your daily numbers. So with the math, so with Susie, we set it up. This number is 212. Now, we could dive into the percentages, like how the math actually works, but do you really care? Like, do you just want to understand when you're looking at a label, when you're looking at food, and you're in a situation where you have to make a decision, that you have the tools you need to reach your goals? You're not going to do all that math. You just need to know what to look at and what to eat to reach your goals. So, 212 grams of carbs every day for Susie to reach her goal. When we go over to protein, so we take the 30%, that comes out to 127 grams of protein every day. Jump over to fat, the last one. We're at 37 grams of fat. So now, those are daily numbers. The next thing, what we're going to do is we're going to dive into your meal numbers. So this is kind of the final step on figuring out how to look at food from a non-stressful point of view. So what we do have to do a little math. So MyFitnessPal won't break it up for you on meal-to-meal numbers. What you're going to do is you're going to select how many meals, and I put quote-unquote meals because you may call things snacks. We just call every time that you eat, it's a meal. You're going to determine how many meals you have. We actually have a worksheet that we have you fill out, and you're going to map out your fueling schedule. So that way when your day gets busy, you've already pre-planned when you're going to eat to make sure that you're on track to reach your goals. So Susie's going to eat 6 times a day, 6 meals. So now here lies the math that we have to do ourselves, and we're going to do the math because we're going to be proactive in reaching our goals. So 212 divided by 6, well, that math, because I'm looking at my cheat sheet, is 35 grams of carbs. Jump over to protein. So we're at 127 divided by 6, looking at the cheat sheet, 21 grams. And then lastly, we have fat, again, 37 divided by 6, we're at 6. So, that's it. This is all you need to know now to eat to reach your goals. Every meal, you're going to strive for 35, or Susie is going to strive for 35 grams of carbs, for 21 grams of protein, and for 6 grams of fat. Now, here's something that I get a lot. Hey, Sean, do all my meals have to be the same size? And I like to have a big breakfast or this or that. No, they don't have to be. But what we start off and how we really get you to understand food is we start by having you have the same size of meals. And what happens is that you start to look at food totally different. You start to manipulate the serving sizes. You really start to figure out how to adjust the foods that you already have in your home to make a meal. And that's what a food accountant does, is they crunch numbers. It's super simple. Again, it's that 3rd grade math. So when we're teaching you, when you're on your course to getting your bachelor's degree in food accounting, you're going to start off with a set meal plan. And that set meal plan, you're going to have meal numbers. You're then going to make meal swaps throughout the meal plan, throughout your journey as you're learning about food. So then, as you start to make substitutions to your meal plan and ultimately create your own custom meal plan for you to reach your goals, you've started to look at food just a little bit more analytically. You're working in the things that you love to eat, that you've always loved. If you've seen Heather's meal plan floating around out there, she's having birthday cake ice cream. She's having cream pie sandwiches. And she's losing body fat because she knows how to look at food and use it to reach her goals. And that's what we teach. So if this sounds like something that you could benefit from, then make sure to sign up for the Fueling Academy's bachelor's degree in food accounting. We're going to take you through, step by step, a 28-day process of teaching you how to reach your goals. This isn't about you trying to lose 20 pounds in a month. This isn't a quick fix. This is giving you the tools and giving you the capabilities, the mindset to reach your goals and have lasting results. Because you understand the one thing, and that's the fuel that you're taking in and how it works in your body. You're knowing the whys and how to implement eating to reach your goals. So hey, if this was beneficial for you, if you learned a little bit from this, I want you to hit the subscribe button. I want you to share this. Comment below. Hit the like button. Let us help you become a food accountant and finally have lasting results.